Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. for this NBA presentation. So, Brent, at this point of the season, do teams still have time to figure things out?
I think there's always time, Kevin, to figure out where you are. Again, the expectations in the early part of the season about how competitive your team was going to be, that's critical in your decision-making as to what you want to do with the roster. But if you think that you can get into a deep playoff run, you've got to be honest about how these parts are fitting in and whether or not you need a change.
So with Gasol on the bench, here's the 5 for Tom Thibodeau right now. They've got Frazier. Ewing is out there with Worthy. And it's Love in at the 4 spot. Jones against Worthy. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Well, it's great to see Jones finish inside, showing how he's a threat at the rim.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And talking about the Knicks, GA, do you feel they took a step forward last season?
I do. I mean, losing in 7 in the conference semis with all the injuries they had, that really kind of set them back. They ended that game 7 with the Pacers missing 4 of their starting 5. So, no doubt, expectations will be high.
Beyond the arc. Knicks with the rebound. Defeated by the Pacers in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
And guys, if you don't control second chance opportunities, you don't control your fate. That has to be their key takeaway from that one.
Well, maybe they went into that game thinking rebounding not something they needed to focus on. They absolutely did.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Here's Ewing. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And how about the muscle inside from Ewing? Easily getting to wherever he wants to on that low block.
New York shooting their first free throw of the night here.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
I think that's Dwight Howard's favorite play. He loves going up for the oop. Outstanding chemistry between him and his teammate there.
Pass to Love. The jump hook. Dwight Howard pulls it in.
And so far, the team just 1 of 5 and that rim shrinking.
Here's Anthony. No good from the wing. The Knicks have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Worthy, the pass to Ewing. Detroit with the rebound. Kemp's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Anthony, and Anthony gets double-teamed. Does not find the basket. His second miss. He's now 1 for 3. Knocked loose. And now, in transition, it's Kidd. Here we go. Pass to Howard. And Ewing sends it back. Kidd against Worthy. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. The jump hook, and Ewing with the nice inside bucket. Ewing's got his second bucket of the night.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Kemp, and it's Kemp with the jam.
Yeah, once he gets to the rim, it's lights out. Kemp, just too much power and explosiveness.
Love outside. Pass to Houston. Love with the screen on Jones. Houston can't get it to go.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
It's stolen by Frazier. Over Kidd. The jumper from the free throw line is good.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
Yeah, he's got to be a little bit more on their radar after knocking down something like that.
Kidd passes to Jones. To the paint. Here's Kemp. And Ewing with the block.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
And it's sent back by Howard.
Well, Dwight Howard still makes you think about your shot attempts, easily leaping up to throw that one away.
Here's Houston, defended by Jones. Pulls up, high post. Rebounded by the Pistons. Coming off that loss against the Nets.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match the intensity of the opponent, and it cost them.
Let's hope there isn't any carryover from that letdown in this one.
DeBusschere, he's checked in for the Knicks. And the Pistons with possession here. And he lobs it up toward the rim, and it's Kemp with the jam.
Beautiful setup there. One thing you can say about Kemp, no pass is too high for him to go get.
Frazier against Kidd. Love outside. Pass to DeBusschere. Love against Kemp. Just 5 on the clock. New York needs to get off a shot. Houston drills the three-pointer.
And this is where Houston is at his best. So good at just catching and shooting.
Outside Kemp. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Back to Kidd. Kemp with a screen for Kidd. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from Rain.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now it's a shootout.
Love looking around. Here's Ewing. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Up against Kidd, and out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession. While we have a chance, let's take a look at the teams that led the NBA in rebounding last season. Number 5, the Knicks.
And they were so awesome last year on the boards, blocking out, maintaining position, and finishing off possessions with the rebound. They are physical, and that effort afforded them a ton of extra possessions.
Jamal Murray, he's checked in for Jones. Anthony against Frazier. And Kemp with the slam!
The ultimate man-child. Kemp, one of the most flamboyant finishers in our league.
And Brent, credit the Pistons fans for sticking with them after a tough season last year.
Well, Kevin, it's been a couple of rough years in Detroit, and never easy to have your team go through something like that. You know, when you're getting national media attention for not winning games, it's never a good thing. But these fans are loyal, they're hungry, and the future is going to be bright in Detroit, I promise you that.
Frazier, the pass to Ewing. Anthony down low. Frazier covering. The shot by Anthony, no good.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Down low. There's the triple. Nailed from three-point land.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
DeBusschere against Kidd. Pass to Murray. Back to Kidd. Over to DeBusschere. Kidd, good. Kidd's got 5 points so far.
Yeah, here's a list of things I don't want to do, and right at the top is guard that guy.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here is Frazier. Ewing, a screen on Kidd. Here's Frazier. And he makes good on the layup. Frazier's got his second bucket.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Pass to Anthony. Outside for Kidd. Here's the three. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Pistons lead by 2. Live from Little's. And And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Detroit?
And right from the jump, they've been working hard to establish themselves inside, using agility and power to get shots in the paint.
Let's make sure that selfish nerve doesn't get tapped, because right now there's great ball movement. They're setting each other up. Let's see if that maintains.
So with Ewing sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Tom Thibodeau right now. Abdul Rauf is out there at Frazier. Then it's Worthy. Then there's Gasol. And it's King at the small forward position. Knicks trail by 4. Frazier scanning the floor. Gasol is screen on Kidd. Abdul Rauf against Murray. Pass to Worthy. And Jason Kidd picks up a foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
It's his second foul, but not the end of the world. One more before halftime, though. That would change some things.
Number 7, Bill Sharman.
Three-pointer, Worthy. And it's Sharman with the rebound. Detroit leading by 4. Arizon, the pass to Kidd. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one on Frazier.
And Kidd, really just a nightly triple-double threat. Big point guard who can score, pass, and also rebounds the ball.
First trip to the line for him here. First one falls for him. You know, a trend that's been unmistakable, Greg, over the last few decades has been the number of positionless players.
Yeah, and I think that's a great thing, right? So many players now with diversity in their skill set, and there's no need to commit a player to a certain role just based on their size.
To the paint, here's Gasol, and it's sent back by Howard.
Yeah, and shooters have to be cautious with Howard around. He has such a long reach that he easily blocks those kinds of shots.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill. Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Outside for Kemp. Here's Arizon. He's coming off a 10-point game against Brooklyn. Gasol with the steal. Here's King. Goes to the reverse layup and pops it in. King's got his second bucket tonight.
Great effort and gets in a little razzle-dazzle at the end of that one.
Yeah, why not? Show a little creativity, get inside, move that ball around, just make sure you score.
Here's Kemp. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
At the line for your...
And that one falls for Kemp.
And this is a guy, Sean Kemp, all the talent in the world, could be a perennial double-double machine, just a matter of staying focused.
And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. Looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about. Robinson's checked in for the Pistons. This is the 2K leaderboard with a rundown of the NBA's top defenders down low. The league's leaders in rejections this month. The 4th spot held by Dwight Howard.
And guys, as the month has unfolded, his interior defense has gotten better and better.
And so here is New York. It's a 5-point game. Following this one, they get to host the Cavaliers. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Pass to Abdul Rauf. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And stolen by Worthy. Here's Abdul Rauf from downtown. And the rebound goes to Howard. Howard's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Arizon. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Inside. And they double up Kidd. 6 to shoot. Howard with a screen on Worthy. Here's Sharman. Gasol with the rebound. Knicks trail by 5. And Greg, for longtime Pistons fans, that Bad Boys era was so special.
I mean, Detroit's a tough, hard-working town, and those teams did have great talent led by Isaiah Thomas, but it was their physical, intimidating style of play that made them the Bad Boys.
The Knicks have started out 0 of 1 from the line, missing their only other attempt early. And he knocks down the first one.
One of the most feared, versatile scorers at that forward position. Big game James always seems to make the most out of any situation.
Marcus Camby, he's checked in for the Pistons. And both free throws good for Worthy.
A big fella with the ability and confidence at the free throw line is something that every team wants. You don't have to make those late substitutions. Keep your big guys on the floor.
Here's Kidd. The shot, no good. Worthy with the defensive effort. Knicks trail by 3. Shoots the 3. Houston's shot's good. Houston's got 6.
Houston is so consistent from out there.
For Detroit, they've gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Sharman, the pass to Kidd. It's rebounded by New York. This game against Detroit here, it's their first meeting of the season.
And we'll see if anything's different this year, because they didn't match up well with this team last year, getting swept in the season series. And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Detroit on D. Abdul Rauf, the pass to Gasol. To the middle. Shot's good by Abdul Rauf. Abdul Rauf's got the lead up to 2 now for the Knicks.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Kidd kicks to Robinson. Pass to Arizon. And they get it. And there's the drive. He lays it in. Arizon's got it all tied up now for Detroit.
All the way to the bucket. No resistance. Just swipe the candy from him.
And here is King. Here's Abdul Rauf. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
And I like how he draws the attention on the inside, and then the nice little kick out in rhythm for the jumper.
And J.B. Bickerstaff has called a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team.
Give a big round of applause for your Pistons youth dance team.
Carmelo Anthony, he's checked in for Detroit. Jones comes in for Jason Kidd. And New York with a change here, too. Ewing's checked in for Gasol. And it's Anthony with the ball for the Pistons. They trail by 3 from 18 feet away. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Anthony's got his second bucket of the night.
A Melo special right there, playing in the mid-range. It's pretty much been his home his entire career.
Pass to Houston. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
King against Anthony. Now here's Camby. To the inside. Here's Sharman. The rebound by Worthy. Worthy's got 5 rebounds tonight. Pass to Houston. Back to Worthy. Ewing with it. Stolen by Camby. Now here's Jones. His last outing, he had 8 points. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Oh, check out the handles. They're nasty. Spinning had his man grabbing for air.
Here's Abdul Rauf. He's got 5. Worthy can't hit.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And you can see when it's that close, players reacting as, oh, man, he just missed that one. Maybe they'll get another chance at it.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game. Detroit making a switch here. Murray's checked in. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Love's checked in for King. And the free throw is good. Now leading by 1.
A hard-nosed defensive player. You have to like the effort Jones brings on that end, often taking on the challenge of their best offensive player.
New York moving the ball around. Here's Ewing. Nice D from Camby.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
Yeah, altering the shot just as long as there's a miss, that kind of energy not wasted.
Outside for Murray. Detroit, no good that time either. New York's gotten half their shots from three-point range to go down in the second quarter. 3 of 6 from downtown. Ewing a screen on Murray. Abdul Rauf the pass to Worthy. Shot clock at 5. Here's Ewing. Double team on Ewing. Good. Ewing's got 8.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Pass to Anthony. Now here's Murray. Abdul Rauf covering. Murray kicks to Anthony. Takes a 3. Sinks the triple. Anthony's got his third basket of the night.
That's more like it. Rounding into form after a very, very difficult first quarter.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And finished off by Worthy.
There are only a few players who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
Detroit's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Deep 2 from Anthony. It's rebounded by New York. Right side Worthy. Here's Ewing. Can't hit from 12. Tie game in Detroit. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Hey, thanks, Kevin. Coach, the league going back and forth. How do you get separation from them in the second half?
You got to play with more energy. We're playing a low-energy game, offensively and defensively. So we're just trading buckets. We're not getting anywhere.
Coach, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
Please, the red court sits now. Thinking about the shot. Too bad. One more time.
Hey there, everybody. With the All-Star break on the horizon, let's first have a look at the players vying for a spot in the three-point contest.
All of them have serious talent, and they have endurance. They can shoot all day, rack after rack.
Yeah, when these guys get on a roll, they don't stop. They pile it on. Shifting focus, how about this tight game the Detroit Pistons find themselves in?
We often talk about efficiency on offense. They were the winners in that department, guys.
I like how efficient you were with that analysis, Chet. Well done.
Yeah, instead of rambling on like usual.
That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game. Kevin Harlan and crew with the second half.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. A fantastic game from Shawn Kemp in this one.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. They've got Howard. Shawn Kemp is out there with Anthony. Then there's Kidd. And it's Jones in at the two-guard spot. That's the group for Detroit right now.
And that's exactly what you want to start the second half. Smart play call.
Halftime talks can go all over the board, but right there coming out, that's the way you want to start the half. Be aggressive.
Frazier with it. Now Anthony defending. It's up a three. Kidd grabs the board. The Pistons leading. Pass to Anthony. Three-pointer. It's not going to go for him. New York's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. Frazier. Kidd grabs the board. Kidd's got his fourth rebound in this one. And here is Anthony. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
Melo showing that he's still got it down there. Gets enough space to get up and get to the rim.
Frazier the pass to Love. And two free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
The Knicks shooting their fourth and fifth attempts at the free throw line tonight.
2 shots.
First free throw is good. Both free throws good from Love.
Well, a great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
First personal foul.
It seems like every shot these guys have been putting up has been going in. This month's top shooters. He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far. And the first one at the line is good. So he picks up just one from the line that time. Knicks trail by 3. Worthy with a clean look. From outside, off the mark. And so it's Anthony bringing it up for the Detroit Pistons. Jones finds Anthony. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Sean Kemp picks one up right there.
Even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
And this will be his second and third shots to the line here.
Patrick Ewing, 2 shots.
And he makes the first. He doesn't get the second one. The Pistons have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Outside for Kemp. Launches a 3. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
To the right side. Pass to Love. Ewing against Howard. Fades and shoots. Another miss by Ewing.
Ouch. 5 shots without a make. That's a really ragged start coming out of halftime.
And it's Howard finishing it off.
Yeah, and Superman taking flight for the lob finish.
Knicks trail by 4. And Tom Thibodeau decides to call timeout. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. The Knicks making a switch here. Barnett's checked in. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Bucket is good.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
The coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one. Well, that equals his 3-point total from the first half. He had one before the break, and that's his first 3 of this half.
Out to the right wing. Here's Barnett. Head balls. Great assist by Love. Love's got his 3rd assist on the night. Pistons leading by 3. Outside, Jones. Kidd sets the pick for Jones. Pass to Howard. Kemp kicks to Jones. 5 on the clock. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. Deep 2 from Anthony. It's rebounded by New York. Ewing's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Worthy feeling it out a bit. Down low. And here are the top free throw shooting teams this month. You don't want to put these guys in the line too often. The Pistons, number 1.
And they've had a lot of success at the free throw line converting those at a high level. So I look for them to continue to attack the rim.
And that one misses. DeBusschere, he's checked in for James Worthy. And the second free throw, good.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
Kidd passes to Kemp. Frazier against Kidd. Howard with a screen on DeBusschere. And Arizon gets it to go.
That's pretty much not how they want to bend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Frazier against Kidd. Frazier kicks to Love. Whoops, they pick off the pass. Now Detroit moving it up. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
Ewing. Not gonna go that time. Good tee by Howard.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Here's Kemp. Offensive rebound. Howard dishes the Kidd. Howard setting the pick for Kidd. And he finishes nicely on the layup. And now it's a 9-point Piston lead.
The focus from Kidd, terrific at just keeping his composure even when things get tight.
And Tom Thibodeau decides to call timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup.
Time to get hyped. Everybody, it's the Pistons Hype Squad.
Deciding to change it up. And so it's Frazier. He'll bring it up for New York. 9-point game. Looking to end the run, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
You got to get up tighter than that. Some players you can give that much room to, but not him.
They grab their own miss. A shot by Sharman, no good.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he'd lay it straight up and in.
Love, no good. Pistons leading by 7. Here's Sharman. Scoreless thus far. Camby with it. Picked up by Love. Murray, good.
Murray getting it going on the inside that time. Around the trees, still scores.
New York's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Pass to Love. Camby against Gasol. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And Gasol is just so crafty, a magician, if you will, with the ball, and incredible at using his pump fake to earn that trip to the stripe.
Gasol, 2 shots.
Free throw drops for Gasol.
Now, Pau Gasol still remains an offensive threat for this basketball team, expanding his range over time, and still has that nice soft jumper.
Abdul Rauf, he's checked in for the Knicks. And so he makes both from the line.
And Gasol is a guy who can do a multitude of things well. I mean, he scores it, rebounds it, passes it, just an all-around talent.
Camby sets the screen for Murray. Robinson on the wing. Let's take a look at the 2K leaderboard to find out who are the best shooters from behind the arc last season. 5th, Jamal Murray.
The bucket must have looked 3 feet wide to him last year. I mean, very deserving in terms of that spot among the league leaders from 3.
That free throw, no good. Good on the second free throw. 1:31 left in the third. Abdul Rauf against Murray. Here's Abdul Rauf. And the rebound goes to the Pistons. Camby's got his 4th rebound in this one.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Knicks trail by 10. 54 seconds left to play here in the third. Abdul Rauf, the pass to Love. Looking for Gasol. He gets it there. And that one is good. Gasol's got 4 this quarter.
Gasol working on the block, always patient, surveying. Good job getting deep that time.
Pass to Camby. In the corner, it's Robinson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Camby, a screen on to Busher. Again, the Pistons score.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Here's Abdul Rauf. Sweet little floater. Abdul Rauf's got 7.
When the player gets a feel for that floater, it can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard them and where your point of commitment is.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. It's Detroit. They're up by 8. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the 4th quarter. Next. And now we take a listen into the recent huddle from Tom Thibodeau.
Guys, once the ball started moving, great job. Offensive rebound, swing the ball. Get that lead, man. Big down. Big down.
Well, Greg, Tom knows there's more work to be done.
They have to keep chipping away here. Must continue to string together strong possession.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. So with Worthy sitting on the bench, here's the foul for Tom Thibodeau right now. They've got King. Ewing is out there with Abdul Rauf. And it's Love in at the 4. Pistons leading by 8. Pass to Campbell. Back to Murray. Latre. It's hauled in by Ewing.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Frazier. It's rebounded by Camby. Camby's got 5 rebounds tonight. To the middle. And slam dunk by Camby.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. That's just very solid offense.
Houston's shot's good.
He's not the reason that they're trailing in this one. He's been on his game. It's a few of the other guys that need to pick it up.
Outside, Jones. Back to Murray. Pistons passing it around. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, Melo's getting inside, maybe even under the skin right now of the defense.
At the line for your Pistons, Carmelo Anthony. 2 shots.
The first one falls.
Well, Melo undoubtedly still the leader of this team in terms of when they need to calm it down and they need some offense. He's the guy they're going to look to score it.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Kemp comes in for Marcus Camby, and Jason Kidd has subbed in for Murray. He hits both from the stripe.
A lights-out scorer who possesses incredible confidence. Anthony is such a skilled and explosive player.
Pass to Love. Love with the screen on Jones. Houston can't get it to go.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Bangs home the trifecta.
He likes to shoot from back there. He's steady Eddie for a reason.
And Tom Thibodeau decides to call timeout. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus.
It's the dance cam. Get ready, everybody. You're going to see yourself on the screen. And show us your best move. Ready, let's go! Are you going to like your dancing shoes at all?
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin. Well, let's summarize what Tom Thibodeau went over with his guys during the break. Now, he was vocal in the huddle. He told his guys, don't quit on each other. We're still in this game, guys, but I need each one of you to up your energy level. Let's make a run now. Back to you guys.
Okay, David, much appreciated. Pass to Houston. Here's King, covered by Anthony. Love outside. Here's Houston, defended by Jones. Shoots from the elbow. Houston can't get it to go.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
Pass to Frazier. Outside, Ewing. Here's Houston. And again, it's the Knicks missing. Detroit leading by 12. Lobbed up there for Howard. Hammers the alley-oop through.
As his career has gone on, Melo has been better and better about finding the open man.
New York's gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight. Just a little over 40%. Back to King. To the paint. Here's Houston. That falls. Great assist by Love. Love's got 6 assists in the game.
Now, say what you will about the value of the three-pointer, but those close-in looks are always plan A. Every trip down, get to the paint, get deep, score.
Taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Here's Frazier. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
Just a positive force right now for these guys. And though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
They set the pick. Kemp kicks to Jones. Outside Anthony. Pass to Jones. And here's Kidd from the arc. The shot, no good. Knicks trail by 12. It's tipped, and it's out of bounds for the Knicks as New York retains possession.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
And New York making a change here. Worthy's checked in. Detroit on D. Kidd with the steal. Pass to Anthony. Outside, Jones. Inside, Kemp. And Kemp slams it in.
Smart pass by Jones. He didn't have the shot, and great job moving the ball.
And it's Frazier with the ball for the New York Knicks. They trail by 14. Love the pass to Worthy. Here's Houston for 3. Kemp with the rebound. Kemp's got 6 rebounds in the game.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
And a really nice job by Howard to come up with a high percentage interior shot. His shot selection has been superb.
Kidd against Frazier. There's the 3. Rebound, Detroit. Anthony's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Pass to Kidd. The 3. The rebound by Ewing. Knicks trail by 16. Here's Houston. Ewing with it. Outside Worthy. And there's the call on Howard. That is his first foul of the game. And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent.
It's time for the dance cam. If you see yourself on the big screen, then you know what to do. Come on, join the move.
we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Carmelo Anthony.
And the way he's made his mark with his work inside, he's just been a slasher tonight. Always moving, getting to the basket at will, and just seemingly taking advantage of a D that was reluctant to get in his way.
And this is exactly what a star player is supposed to do. Coming off a loss, he made sure they weren't going to make it 2 in a row. And it's the Knicks with the ball. It's a 16-point game. Love with the screen on Kidd. Shot clock at 5. Here's Abdul Rauf. And it's blocked by Kidd. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Pistons leading by 16. Outside, Jones. To the inside. Kemp kicks to Howard. Kemp a screen on Worthy. Here's Kidd. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Pistons lead by 18.
And Kidd using that size well inside. Fantastic with the read of the D there and exploiting the weakness.
Ewing a screen on Kidd. They need this one. The shot by Abdul Rauf is no good. And here is Kidd. Howard at the elbow. Outside Anthony. Pistons passing it around. Shot clock at 6. Jones, no luck.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Abdul Rauf, the pass to Houston. Now Ewing got a piece of it. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Kemp.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Pistons.
This was a physical game.
Yeah, I mean, they were aware of the rotations defensively and were able to attack the rim.
And every win important. And this one will go down as win number 3. And something we've come to almost expect is greatness from this guy. Such an overall great performance it was for Jason Kidd.
You look at the energy he brought on both ends of the floor, and it's easy to see why he was a difference maker.
Don't see it often, but when Powell gets aggressive, he can be effective. So great at drawing contact right there on that shot.
At the line for the Knicks, Gasol. Powell. Gasol. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Gasol. And it seems a new era is upon us, GA. A lot of young stars and young teams vying for the status of household names.
Kevin, the casual fans might have to update their frame of reference, right? Especially since a lot of these new stars are playing in smaller markets.
Both free throws good from Gasol. 1:10 left in the 4th. Pass to Arizon. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Here's Abdul Rauf. Down low and close. Barnett, no good. Greg, their unselfish play has really been impressive.
They're trusting one another out there, wanting to get each other involved. This is great basketball. This arena was rocking throughout the night. You could really feel the energy.
A huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
And it's out of bounds. The Knicks able to retain possession here.
Next substitution, number 30, Bernard King.
Here's Abdul Rauf. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Defensive foul, Jamal Murray. First personal foul. 13 foul. At the line for the Knicks, Abdul Rauf. Mahmoud Abdul Rauf. One shot.
You know, for what Abdul Rauf lacks in size, he more than makes up for it with speed, ball handling, and the ability to score at all three levels.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Murray dishes to Camby. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake. And so it's the Pistons taking care of business here. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, Carmelo Anthony.